And then that line, that chorus that just repeats over and over, she'll carry on through it all. She's a waterfall, and the imagery with that, a waterfall, it's a lot of things, right? It's forceful, it's impactful, it could be cleansing with the water. Um, it could be beautiful,
It's breaking free.
Breaking free. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Into the Music. I'm here with Greg. My name is Chris, and Greg, you got something for me to react to, so lay it on me.
I will lay on you Waterfall by the Stone Roses.
I'm so glad you followed that up with the word waterfall.
By the Stone Roses, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
One of our regulars now, I guess.
Yeah, this one's been requested. A lot of them. I mean, the ones that we've reacted to thus far, right? Fool's Gold was the first one, and that just set it off,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Waterfall was always one I was going to give you, and that one has been requested. And so, yeah, there you go, man.
Well, I've liked them all so far, so.
And I'm going to give you a live version because, with some of these groups here, folks are saying, hey, check out the live version of this and the live version of that. Mm-hmm. And, there's the copyright stuff here, but I'm hoping, if everyone's seeing this, then we sort of got underneath the whole copyright thing. And I thought it'd be kind of a little sort of different spin. You can see. I don't think you've ever seen the Stone Roses live before, right?
No.
Yeah. So hopefully you can enjoy both the song and also the performance, and then come back and tell me what you think.
All right, cool.
A Manchester group whose rock and roll stance I have seriously disliked for 4 or 5 or 6 years. Never had any time for the group. Then a couple of months ago, a drummer called Ringo Starr, the other one, made me listen to a single which I absolutely loved. It turned out to be them, the Stone Roses. 89 begins them with a complete admission of error on my part. Big apologies, and here's the new one from the excellent Stone Roses.
That's catchy. It's like a 60s throwback.
The Stone Roses, that track's called Waterfall. It's from their album, which will certainly be excellent, out in April.
Okay, I really like this one.
All right, so I see you back.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
we got another winner.
yeah. Oh,
This was
good.
different than their other stuff, though. Definitely a 60. You know, I definitely got that 60s vibe at least.
Yeah.
Well, except for at the end when they got a little crazy, which was great.
Which was great. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this one was funny because it's like it's got a little bit of goofiness in it. You know what I mean? I don't mean that in a bad way at all.
A
Very
little fun.
popish, very
Yeah.
popish, but catchy. And I don't think this was truly live. Didn't look truly live to me.
Oh, see, I think you're wrong on that.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. I just did it once.
You know, it could also be, we've talked about some of these live performances.
Because they had like a white background, right?
Yeah.
How do you get, how do you get a white background really on a live show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched that episode a few times, and I never thought that it wasn't like live.
Okay, I could be wrong.
But we have talked about how with some live performances, that they probably go back and they add some production, sort of this and that, whatever. Almost like a photograph, and they sort of touch it up, so they don't see the pimple sticking out here, that kind of thing. But but yeah, so but so what do you think about the whole song?
Oh, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
When you compare it to the other ones, what do you think? I know it's a first listen kind of thing, but
I like this song, but I think a couple of the other ones we did I like a little better. I can't remember the names.
Yeah.
Because we've done maybe 4 others. I'm thinking something like that. Is this earlier? Was this done earlier than those?
No, it was off that album, which I call the debut album. Wiki calls it the debut album. Some people on the threads have been like, that's not their first album, but and they probably haven't said it like that in that tone. But that said, there seems to be some sort of like up for discussion. But it's off the Stone Roses that dropped in 1989. This, though, for some reason, this was a single that was released in 1991, which is interesting. It's the number 3 track on that album, and it reached number 27 in the 1991 UK singles chart. So it had some success there. Stone Roses fans love it. I love it. It does, to me, it sticks out. It's kind of, to me, it's not to say that all the other songs like sound alike, but this one is just it's just different. There's this even though Ian Brown in a lot of his songs, he has that. I think his style is kind
He's
of
the
like
singer?
Ian Brown. There's like a hush kind of sound to his voice, kind of. He never really goes like crazy, ramping it up. But this one, it's almost above a whisper. Some of the words that he's singing, which is kind of interesting. And it starts off kind of with that guitar riff, which is really interesting to me because it's not a short, compact riff. It's one that kind of is a little bit loose and it just keeps coming around and coming around, but it's just so effective, and it just, just kind of helps to just keeps the song moving as it goes through its different sort of phases, then all of a sudden, as Ian Brown is singing, then all of a sudden, like the drummer, his name is Rennie. Rennie just comes crashing in, at some point he's hitting the cymbals and stuff like that. So, Oh, John Squires is the guitarist. So, and he's pretty amazing. I mean, almost every Stone Roses song, he's just, he just has some amazing guitar parts, almost every song. And this one is no different. And, and so I'm kind of looking at the lyrics a bit here, which is, so it was the first listen to you, right? Did you pick up anything about the lyrics, about the song?
No. Well, remind me.
So according to Ian Brown, right, the singer, he says the song's about, I'm not saying this in quotes, but kind of like from what I gather from him, it's a desperate woman who's determined to leave a real bad situation. And a bad situation, sounds like it's home. and she's determined at that time, at that moment, to like leave. That's it. She's out.
Okay.
And then so like that first verse, Chime sings Sunday morn. Today's the day she sworn to steal what she never could own, and race from this hole she calls home.
Okay.
And then the song goes on to describe her like in flight away from home. Now you're at the wheel. Another line as the miles they disappear. And then
Mhm.
that last verse, where it seems to indicate that she's kind of away from that place now, far enough away
I'm looking at it now.
where he sings, stands on shifting sands, the scales held in her hands, the wind it just whips her away and fills up her brigantine sails. I mean, that's a pretty cool line, right? That's like a two-mast sailing
Mhm.
ship, and it's just strictly designed to sail. And so when you think about, that she's away from that bad, desperate
And seeing
situation,
what's going to happen,
and now
basically.
her sails are like full of like, she's like, yeah, the wind's behind her, and wherever she's going, who knows, right? Maybe she has an idea, but at least it's away from there, and then that line, that chorus that just repeats over and over, she'll carry on through it all. She's a waterfall, and the imagery with that, a waterfall, it's a lot of things, right? It's forceful, it's impactful, it could be cleansing with the water. Um, it could be beautiful,
It's
you know,
breaking free.
breaking free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think it's a beautiful song and it's gorgeous. And
Gorgeous.
it really is. It really is. And they were able to, these young guys write a song like that. And then I just think the music that they put to those lyrics, put around it, just so interesting. Just a real, this band was just something else, man.
Yeah, I'm really liking them a lot.
Just real different, real unique. They could play their asses off, man. And like you saw in that performance, and have fun, you know. Yeah, yeah. So no wonder why the folks over in England who connect with that channel, they just swear by this group, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're onto something.
Yeah, yeah. I love them. I just wish that they had more music. I mean, there's more music to definitely listen to, but they don't have the amount of albums that some of the other bands that we listen to, like
Mhm.
Radiohead, and they don't have that anything close to that. Oasis. Just yeah, just a couple bands that come to mind. You just have a certain amount. So anyway, yeah. So good. I'm glad you really enjoyed this.
I did.
And cool. All right, good. This is one I really always wanted to get to, and a lot of Stone Roses fans out there, I think, have been patiently waiting for this one. So I really hope that you enjoy this, and if you did, hit the like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? Come on in. Welcome aboard. And with that said, Chris, have a wonderful night, and to everyone out there, we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.
See ya.